So you want to learn how to make some smash burgers? Well, let's get cooking. First off, we're going to use cast iron because I'm a cast iron guy, and we're going to cook it right here on this stove. And I like to go a little fat on my hamburger when I'm making these so that it'll cook in its own grease. This happens to be 73% lean, 27% fat. And I don't use them fancy hamburger presses. I just use my old number 3-notch Lodge. That's about the right size of a hamburger. We'll just squish her down with that. Now, if you use fancy cheese, go ahead. For whatever reason, I think this is the Velveeta version. The Kraft singles or the Velveeta melts the best, so we're going to use that. And some basic grocery store buns. I just like a plain old bun, nothing fancy. I do kind of like this hamburger in these kind of packaging. Seems like it stays a little nicer for a lot longer. So then I just use my hands. They're nice and clean. They aren't going to hurt anybody. And since this is about a pound, I would say for smash burgers, we probably want about a snowball size. A couple inches round, 3, something like that. Try to get them similar in size. They'll cook more evenly. So let me get a few of these made up and we'll get to frying them. So I got 8 of them made up. So that'll be some pretty meaty smash burgers. So we're going to preheat that cast iron. I got some extra virgin olive oil here. I like to put a little bit of oil in the pan, give it a little bit of sear and help keep it from sticking. And it's just a cast iron skillet with that fine factory seasoning. While that skillet's heating up, let's just hit them with a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. And that's about it. If you've been watching my channel, that's about the only seasonings I put on early. I might hit them with something later in the cooking cycle because I don't like the flavor of burned seasoning. Tastes terrible to me. Oh, just get this whole pan covered. You don't need a lot of oil, just enough to cover the bottom there. All right, here's an old guy little tip and trick here. Put a little oil on the back side of this skillet you're going to use to smash these smash burgers, and just rub her in. It won't get stuck. Hopefully. We're going to check to see what kind of temperature we're at. So I got that just about at medium because I wanted to get it heated quick. I'm going to turn her down just a little bit below medium because on my particular stove, you can see we're just about the smoke point of olive oil. So that's as far as we want to go. And we should be good to try one. Throw one in here, see what happens. Yeah, listen to that. And just take your trusty little skillet and give her a little push. Should go right down in there. And you can just push her in as flat as you like them to be. Look at that. Barely even stuck on there. It didn't actually stick. It kind of adhered to the bottom. It didn't stick to the bottom. Now we're just going to want this to self-release. So you just let her go. I could have used my bigger skillet. I could have done a couple at a time, but this will be fine. Just want to show you how I do it. That side looks a little bare. Let's hit her with a little bit of salt and pepper again. There we go. Keep checking it. If it's stuck, let her go. It's still stuck. So we're not ready. We're just putting a little sear on it. Check and see. This side over here is still pretty stuck. This is kind of coming loose. Don't get impatient. If it's stuck, just wait. Anytime you're cooking anything, especially meats, chicken, fish, it will self-release. If you just have some patience, it'll come right off the bottom of that skillet, and I'll show you here in a second. It will happen every time. I'm kind of thinking we're probably ready. I can just tell by the looks at the top of this thing. I think we're just got a little spot over here. That's pretty close. Probably should have waited 1 more minute, but this should be in good shape. Look at that. And that, my friends, is a smash burger. Let's move it over here to the edge. Now, this is one reason I like using metal too, because I can just scrape that stuff right off of there. It's not hurting a thing. Put this one in here. And then we'll use the same old skillet. Not bad. Got a little stickage on that one. You can use this edge too if you want. My handle was kind of getting in the road a little bit. Let's just smash her down there. And we'll hit this one with just a little bit too. You can cook your burgers however you want. If you like them more seared than that, by all means, just leave her in there a little while. I just like them pretty much done. If I'm buying ground beef in the store, if I didn't make it myself, I don't want to take a chance of it. So I want it to be cooked all the way through. Let's see if this one, see, once you do one, it's kind of like pancakes. You do one, and then they don't stick. That's it. That's all I do. If you want them more seared, then by all means, leave it in there a little longer. So while that other side's getting a little seared up, let me know if that's the way you do your hamburgers down there in them comments. There's so many ways to do them. That's just one of my favorite ways. Quick, easy, works good on a griddle, works good on a Blackstone too. You can do it the same way. Just don't get that heat too high to where your pan's smoking and you'll be fine. It won't stick. So that one's coming along nice. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, here we got a little sear on it. So we'll get a little sear on this side. It's always good to have a little fat, I think, with the burger. You get the real lean stuff and a little more difficult. Just a plain old store-bought bun. Now you can toast these if you'd like. I'm not going to toast them today, but I like them both ways. A lot of times just a little bit of garlic butter just to lightly toast them. But I think I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do it this way. All right, I think we got her a little dark, I assume. Yep, perfect. That's how we like her. Flip that one over. Look at that one. That one looks really good. So what I usually do when it's all the way done, I'll grab me a couple pieces of cheese and throw on here. I usually just break it apart so it kind of fits. And you can't have too much cheese, so we'll just double them up. And they should melt real easy. Like, now you can put a lid on here if you want, but usually this melts fine. Alright, we should be ready to go. Pull that one off. And we got 2 smash burgers with some cheese. But here again, if you use metal, just scrape that off so you're ready to go for the next one. Let's put this thing together. So you got a top and a bottom. We'll put the burgers on the bottom. So I just throw it on here like so. Get you a couple of smash burgers on there. Get yourself a Clausen pickle. I like those best. What do you think? How many you put on? 1 or 2? I'm going with 2. I think it'll look good. I'm just going with pickles today. And a little of this wonderful tiger sauce. We'll put this on the lid. Love me some tiger sauce. And a little bit of ketchup. That's all I like on mine. Now you can use tomatoes, mayonnaise, whatever you prefer. That is a beautiful smash burger. That's all there is to it. Took a couple minutes. Let's see what you taste like. Look at that. Cheese melting. Telling you what, that is good. You can taste that it's got a little bit of sear on the one side, which you've seen. Only got one side pretty well seared because I don't like it burned. And it's just juicy and delicious. So as I finish up my smash burger, double decker I might add, let me know down there in them comments if you try this out. If you're having any trouble doing it on your cast iron, as you can see, I don't have much trouble. You get a wee little bit of stickage, it'll wipe right off there, a little bit of hot water and a stiff brush. Use a little dish soap if you're into that. If you're not, skip the dish soap. I use dish soap. Appreciate you watching, as always, supporting my channel, and just keep cooking. Good.